Hello everyone, this is Engineer Hussam. In this video I'm going to show you how to draw part using one-point perspective view. For one-point perspective view, we don't need to take care of two sides of the object, width and height. So we only have to connect the depth to the vanishing point. How to do this? Assume you want to draw a rectangle. Okay, see, this is rectangle. And here is the point that you want to connect, point 1. Okay. So we will connect the vertex, all the vertex, to this vanishing point number 1. So by doing 1, 2, and here's the last one. Okay, now you have to repeat this line so you can make it parallel here to this one. So I will draw another line parallel to this line. This distance, the depth, you have to choose this distance based on the example or the exercise that you are drawing. So it is assumption, but or you can measure it from the example or exercise that you are drawing. But the most important, this line has to be parallel to this line. And one more time, this line on horizontal also has to be parallel to the horizontal line. So parallel in vertical and parallel in horizontal. And here is my final shape. I want to draw this object using one-point perspective. Okay, for one-point perspective you only have to take care of depth, because the width and the height, they remain parallel. Okay, so choose like this. This is the from 1 to 11 like this. Choose any 2 point here, but you have to keep in mind that make this line and this segment equal. Okay, and this, if you notice here, this object, this is not in the middle, it's more close to the bottom of the object. So this line is longer than this line, longer. Okay, so you choose a place here as an example and draw horizontal line like this. Okay, try to make it horizontal line, and then from this point connect it down, and from this point connect it down. Okay, if you think that this line is not similar to this one, you can change it. See, like this. I believe it's not. I want to make it lower. Like this. Okay, now from this point and from this point and this point and this point, you have to connect like this to only one point, because we have only one point perspective. Okay, we get this shape. If you notice here, I have intersection. This intersection I have to make it vertical like this until I reach here. Okay, and if you notice, I have intersection, this intersection the same, I have to make it vertical until I reach here. From this also you have to make horizontal line like this, horizontal. Okay, so my object will be, if I erase this line, because this is visible line, I don't want it to be visible line anymore. This is visible line, I don't want it to be visible line. I have to mark this as visible now, and this as visible, and this as visible, and this as visible line. Okay, this line here, and from here to here only visible, unless you want to draw it in wireframe. If you want to draw in wireframe representation, you can do this. This is wireframe. Okay, but for engineering drawing, this is should be hidden line because we cannot see it. See, all these lines are hidden. See in the back, they are hidden line. They should be hidden. So this is the task we finished. Today I'm going to show you how to draw like this wireframe box using 2-point perspective view. We draw line, okay, and this line is the horizon line. Okay, so this is the horizon line. At this horizon you draw 1 point, point 1, and then you draw point 2. So we have point 1 and point 2. Okay, then at certain point here we have to decide where to put the vertical line, our first vertical line. This vertical line will assume that will decide how your cube will look like. I will show you an example. If I decided to draw the vertical line here, that means the width, the depth of the part is less than width. See? See, because I draw this vertical line little bit to the right side, not in the center of the part, not of the center of the horizon. Now the width, I can draw this part has more width than depth. Can you see? Also this line and this line, you can choose if you want to put it here, if you want to based on the exercise and the example you are giving, or based what you are going to draw. You want to draw cube or cuboid, and what's the relation? See, at each vertex you have to connect 1 time to the right, 1 time to the left. Okay, so this is 2-point perspective. I draw a cube. This is called solid, representing solid model. If I want to transfer it to wireframe, I should connect also the internal vertex like this. This vertex to the right and to the left, like this. To the left and to the right, it's already connected, and this vertex to the right. Okay, here I have intersection from this intersection to the center. So this is my new wireframe shape. So this is my object or my cube using 2-point perspective. Okay, it has the wireframe appearance. I showed you in the previous example, previous video and exercise how to draw this simple cube. Okay, now what if you want to transfer this one to this shape? How to make it? How to make this shape? If you get an exercise, draw this shape in perspective view. Okay, first you have to understand this shape is drawn using oblique view. Okay, oblique view, because here I have 45-degree angles. Okay, so I want to draw it in perspective view. How to start? Okay, you have to start with assumption or measuring like this. You have to say, as an example, here 1 1 1, so distance 1 1 1. Okay, here they have 5. So you have to try to decide how to divide it. I would suggest you divide it into 3 pieces without even measuring, like this. Okay, 3 pieces, because I will make this point here. Okay, and if you notice this relation, this hole or this groove is reaching the center, almost the center of the part, so they are almost equal. Okay, so from the center of the part I will make a point here. Okay, and here I make 2 points. Okay, so this point here I will connect it to the end. Remember to make it thin line, like this. Okay, now from this point draw vertical, because in 2-point perspective the line, the z-axis will remain vertical. Okay, like this. Now at each vertex, new vertex, new vertex, new vertex, you have to connect them to the right and to the left. They are already connected to the left. See, they are already, if you notice from here, they are already connected, but they need to be connected to the right. So I will do like this. Okay, and then at the end here I will draw vertical. Okay, until I reach this point. From this point also I have to go to the left side, like this. See, so this will be my new boundaries. Of course, if you draw it in solid representation rather than wireframe representation, it will be much easier, can view the object much better. Okay, so this is the 2-point perspective. I'm going to show you how to draw a cube or cuboid using 3 points perspective. First, you have to start with the horizon. Then you have to decide on this horizon point 1, okay, and point 2. So we have point 1 and point 2. Okay, then for the, let's say I want to have point 3 down here below. Let's say I want to have point 3 here, point 3. Okay, so you start with first vertex. Okay, one vertex. Now this vertex has to be connected to the right, to the left, and down. Okay, now I want also to connect it. Now I have to choose where is the depth of this cube. As an example, I want to end this cube here. Okay, so I will draw the depth down until here. Okay, now I want to choose where is the width for my part. As an example, this is the width. I will draw it down until here. Okay, now as we said before, each vertex has to be connected one time to the right, one time to the left. Since this one connected to the right, I will connect it to the left, and also I will do the same for this one. Okay, now I created this shape. Now I have to decide the height. Where is the height? Because in 2-point perspective you draw a line, so the first line you choose, this will decide your height, but in this case you have to decide the height. Let's say I want the height to be until here. Okay, so from the other side connected also like this. This is solid representation. If you want to show it as wireframe representation, connect also the internal points, vertex to one time to the right and one time to the left, like this. and then at the intersection you will connect it down like this. So you will get this shape. You will get point, line, and this line, 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 and this line. Okay, so this is using 3 points perspective. In this video I'm going to show you how to draw this object in 3-point perspective. Okay, 3-point perspective similar to 1-point and 2-point perspective. They are easy, but you have to understand the relation between the points, vertex, and the vanishing point. Okay, in this case you have to choose 2 points, 1 point here and 1 point here. Okay, from these 2 points that you have selected, okay, why I choose in this area? Because I want to keep this distance and this one equal, because this is what I have in my shape. That's why I choose 1 point here, 1 point here. Okay, from these 2 points connect down to point 3 like this. Okay, now if you notice here this line, if you go like this, it's almost half the distance from here to here. Okay, so I will choose half the distance almost here, and I will connect it to the right like this and to the left. Okay, now as you can see, we generated this slot or this groove. Okay, now these points and these points, they are all going to the left side of view. If you extend them, they are already, but they need to go to the right side of view. You can connect it until here. To make sure, just draw this in thin line, and also again you can, your target is just to connect it to this line, so you connect it. Your target is to connect this one to this point to make it intersect. Draw thin line like this, and I get the intersection here. Okay, from this point I should draw a line down like this. So now what I get like this shape. So this is my shape. I did it in 3-point perspective. Of course, if you want to present it more better, this one could be deleted. But if you don't delete it, it's okay, because it's already thin line, okay, and it's already show the object in 3. I hope you like this tutorial. Thank you very much.